Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Simple English Talks. We are so happy that you're joining us today, no matter where you are in the world, whether you're at home, on a bus, taking a walk, or practicing your English during a break. Thank you for spending your time with us. Hi, everyone. It's wonderful to have you here again. Every time we sit down to record these conversations, we imagine thousands of English learners listening and improving little by little every day. And honestly, that thought makes us very happy.
It really does. You know, Sarah, today's topic is something that every person in the world wants. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, young or old, living in a big city or a small village. Everyone wants happiness.
That's absolutely true. Some people look for happiness in success. Some people find happiness in family. Others find happiness in simple moments, like drinking a hot cup of coffee in the morning, watching a beautiful sunset, or hearing a friend's voice after a long time.
That's a great point. In fact, this morning, something very simple happened to me. I woke up a little earlier than usual. Normally, I rush through my morning. I check my phone, think about work, and start worrying about everything I need to do. But today was different.
Oh, really? What happened?
Well, I stepped outside with my coffee. The air was cool, the sky was bright blue, everything was quiet. For about 10 minutes, I just stood there and enjoyed the moment. Nothing special happened. I didn't win money, I didn't receive amazing news, but I felt peaceful and happy. I love stories like that because they remind us that happiness isn't always something huge. Many people spend years chasing happiness because they think it's waiting somewhere in the future. Exactly. They think, I'll be happy when I get a better job. I'll be happy when I buy a bigger house. I'll be happy when I have more money.
But sometimes happiness is already sitting right in front of us. We just don't notice it because we're too busy looking somewhere else.
And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. In this episode, we'll explore what happiness means, how English speakers talk about happiness in everyday conversations, useful vocabulary, natural expressions, common mistakes, and practical speaking exercises.
By the end of this podcast, you'll feel more confident talking about happiness, positive feelings, gratitude, and joyful experiences in English.
And we'd love to hear from you. Before we begin, think about this question. What makes you truly happy? Is it your family, your friends, your favorite hobby? Learning English? Tell us in the comments.
And if you enjoy learning with us, don't forget to like this episode, share it with someone who is learning English, and subscribe to Simple English Talks so you never miss a new lesson.
All right, let's begin our conversation about one of the most important things in life, happiness.
Let's get started.
When people first learn English, one of the earliest feeling words they learn is happy. It's a simple word, but it's one of the most powerful words in the language.
That's right. The basic structure is very easy. Subject plus be verb plus happy.
For example, I am happy. She is happy. They are happy. We are happy.
And in everyday conversations, you'll often hear contractions. I'm happy. She's happy. We're happy.
Let's look at some real-life examples. Imagine your best friend surprises you with a visit after several years.
You might say, I'm so happy to see you.
Imagine you pass an important exam after months of studying.
You could say, I'm really happy with my results.
Imagine your family gathers together during a holiday.
You might say, I'm happy because everyone is together.
Notice how happiness often has a reason attached to it.
Exactly. We commonly use words like because, about, with, and that.
For example, I'm happy because my parents are healthy.
I'm happy about the good news.
I'm happy with my progress in English.
I'm happy that you came today.
Let me tell you a story. A few years ago, I decided to learn a new skill. At first, I wasn't very good. Every day I made mistakes. Every day, I felt frustrated.
I think every learner can relate to that.
Absolutely. But after several months, I noticed improvement. One day, I completed a project successfully. I remember sitting there, looking at my work, and smiling. Not because I was perfect, not because I was better than anyone else. I was happy because I had improved.
That's such an important lesson. Happiness often comes from progress, not perfection.
Listeners, remember that. You don't need perfect English to feel proud of yourself. If you know more English today than you knew 6 months ago, that's something to celebrate.
In fact, write in the comments, what part of your English has improved recently?
Maybe your vocabulary is stronger.
Maybe you're speaking more confidently.
I spent the entire afternoon with them. We drank tea together, we talked about old memories, we watched people walking down the street. Children were playing outside and laughing.
That sounds lovely.
What surprised me was how happy my grandparents seemed. They smiled often, they laughed easily, they enjoyed every conversation.
Even though they didn't have many expensive things?
Exactly. That's what confused me at first. I knew people with bigger houses, newer cars, and higher salaries who seemed stressed all the time. Yet my grandparents appeared genuinely happy.
So, what was their secret?
I finally asked my grandfather that question. I said, "Grandpa, why do you always seem so happy?"
That's a great question.
He looked at me and smiled. Then he said something I will never forget.
What did he say?
He said, "Many people spend their entire lives chasing happiness. They think happiness is somewhere far away. They think it's waiting for them in the future. But happiness is often already in their lives. They just don't stop long enough to notice it."
Whoa, that's powerful.
Then he pointed at the children playing outside.
Hmm.
He said, "Look at them. They're not thinking about tomorrow. They're not worrying about money or success. They're simply enjoying this moment."
That's such a beautiful lesson.
Then he pointed toward the sunset. The sky was filled with orange and golden colors.
I can imagine it.
He said, "Life gives us thousands of beautiful moments. A good conversation, a shared meal, a laugh with a friend, a quiet morning, a beautiful sunset. Most people miss these moments because they're too busy chasing something else."
That's something worth thinking about.
It really changed my perspective. After that day, I started paying more attention to simple things.
Like what?
Morning coffee, a walk in the park, listening to birds, reading a good book, spending time with family, talking with friends, even sitting quietly and enjoying a peaceful evening.
Small moments that many people overlook.
Exactly. And slowly, I realized something important. Happiness isn't always a destination. Sometimes, happiness is the journey itself.
That's a wonderful way to put it.
Listeners, think about your own life for a moment. What simple thing makes you smile? Maybe it's your pet. Maybe it's your favorite song. Maybe it's talking with someone you love.
We'd love to hear your answer. Tell us in the comments. Sometimes reading other people's stories reminds us that happiness can be found everywhere.
And remember, happiness doesn't have to be perfect.
You don't need a perfect life to feel happy.
You don't need perfect English to feel proud.
You don't need everything you want before you allow yourself to enjoy what you already have.
Sometimes happiness begins with gratitude.
And gratitude begins when we stop for a moment and notice the good things that are already around us.